But I want to give a round of applause because NBA starts today.
Let's go. I just saw John Wall give somebody some buckets right now. What are you guys most excited about with the NBA being back?
Well, I'm just excited, obviously, to have something to watch again. Even though there's been some good things on TV, but basketball is obviously my favorite sport, and there is nothing like the NBA. The entertainment is at an all-time high. There's always something going on, and then there's some really key players that I'm looking for this season, like Kevin Durant coming back. Obviously, Kyrie. We'll touch base on him a little bit. Even though Clay went down, I'm excited to see Steph, and I know that he's gonna ball out this year. The team might not do well, but I know he's gonna put up some numbers, and he's gonna have some fun with it because he's got some young guys over there. Boogie Cousins, John Wall, really happy to see them back. With as much trial and tribulation that they've been through. People like Derrick Rose, like I'm happy to see him still balling out there. So there's a lot of like storylines that are gonna that have happened right before the season's even started, and then as the season goes on, I know that a lot of the things will develop. So I'm excited. I'm super excited. I'm happy to see LeBron try to get this fifth ring now, bring it back home again, back to back. So super excited.
I'm excited for one thing only, and it's opening day, seeing those Clipper fans and the Clippers watch the Lakers get that ring on them.
Mhm.
I'm waiting for all the Clipper hate, slander. Shout out to PG. He got that max deal. He got that
Woo.
money. He got paid in his hometown. That's awesome. I I don't know if Kawhi's staying, but I just can't wait for all the Kawhi hate and slander and see where that goes. But shout out to PG getting paid. Um, I hope this year. I mean, I hope we're talking about predictions, but I hope that we could see the Western Conference Finals that the world wanted to see, the Clippers and Lakers, and then we show them what's up, so we could just end all talk. A couple years they'll be in their own stadium and they'll just be a thoughtless team and a
Thought like
thoughtless.
THOT,
Thoughtless.
That's Harden, man.
meaning like they won't have thoughts.
They will. Only if they're battling the COVID.
So I'm excited. Well, you earlier were talking about like hopefully because the Spurs are supposed to allow fans back in come January 1st, supposedly, is potentially. So they're playing the Lakers on that date. So you may get to go. Um, I want to be back in the stadium, man. Like I usually get to go to a few games a year. I'm glad that the games last year that I went to were earlier in the season.
Mhm.
So I was able to attend. I think I went to like 4 5 games. Let's see. So you came out here and
Mhm.
we got to see Giannis play the Clippers.
Yes.
I
Courtside.
went. I went and did you say we sat courtside?
Oh, you were at courtside.
I was not
That's-
courtside.
So
Um,
my story is I saw Blevin sat with us for a little bit. He was like, "I'll be back," and then you see him at courtside.
no. Oh my
He
god.
was over there next to
Oh
Beckham.
my
He
gosh.
was doing the halftime show.
Anyway, then I was able to go see the Hawks and sorry, I went to Phoenix was while I was on vacation and got to see the Lakers and the Suns. That was a great game. Then a few days after that, got to see the Hawks and the Lakers at Staples Center, and that was Kobe and Gigi were actually at that game. And it was crazy. I have that video on my phone of just us all cheering when they came on the video board, and that was a memory that I will never forget. And then I was able to go to the game against the Pistons and the Lakers, where AC had that dunk, and everybody's behind him, and they have that great picture
Mhm.
of LeBron, Dwight, and one more player right behind them. That's an amazing photo. So I'm glad I was able to go to those games earlier in the season, and I was so looking forward to going to a Laker playoff game for the first time. Well, I mean, the Lakers' first time being in the playoffs since 2000. What was it?
11.
10,
Was it?
11. No, sorry,
It,
13, 13,
okay.
2013. So it was 7 years. But my first time going to a Laker playoff game since, man, since Shaq was on the team. So I was really looking forward to that, and sad that we didn't get to see it. So hopefully this vaccine um, is able to get fans all over the country back in the seats, and hopefully in California and LA back in the seats as well, because I want to go to a Laker playoff game. So that, and then I saw a question from people on Twitter. Do you guys think athletes, professional athletes, should be the first to get vaccines? What's your guys' opinion on that?
Mm, that's a tough one. I mean, I think everybody should get a fair shot at the vaccine. So I don't think that they're deemed to get be the first ones. I mean, there's
Okay.
people out there that need it way more than they do.
In
So I
terms of
don't
the
think.
general public, though, like obviously, yeah, healthcare workers, I believe, should be the first to get it. You know, those that are in uh, the elderly that are in care facilities, I believe that they should get it as well. But in
I
terms
mean,
of the general public,
at the same time too, like if you think about it, there's 450, 500 NBA players. I mean, that's
mhm.
like a tenth of the percentage, not even that. So it wouldn't even cause a
But
dent
not
in
just
their.
NBA. Think about baseball,
Yeah.
football, hockey, soccer.
I
I
don't know.
think so. I think they should because as long as they're trying to stay commitment to their schedule, because like look at football. Football is doing the best that they can, but I watched the game on Tuesday. I'm like, why am I watching the game on Tuesday?
Wait,
Like,
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and
yeah,
Thursday.
and Thursday. So then I'm like, because all these games keep getting postponed because these
Hmm.
people are getting COVID. So yeah, I think like instead of chaos, maybe more control of their schedule and having them stick to that. I think they should get it because it's going to keep them safe and obviously keep their families safe because they are traveling, they're all doing all that stuff, and it just sucks if they have to prolong or have to postpone stuff because one person got it, ball boy had it, and then now the whole team's out and we got to play a triple header on the same day.
That's a fair take. That's a fair take.
So James Harden should get it first.
James Harden's out there.
Hey, he been. We gonna get into him. He been everywhere. Before we get into him, though,